Avant by Maison Alhambra. It is, you can probably clearly tell by the bottle, Maison Alhambra has no shame. And I'm here for it. I'm here for that. But anyway, so as you can tell, it has a very similar style to Creed Aventus. And as you can imagine, the DNA behind this. So let's talk a little bit about it. So when I initially got this, the first couple of sprays, that's why I personally don't believe the scents are exactly what they're going to smell like right away. I do believe in a little bit of maceration, not to be confused with the other M word.
Oh, that's nasty.
It smells pretty good, but when I initially got it, there was a lot of this burnt wood scent to it. Oak moss is what a lot of people will say, but to me, burnt wood is the best way to describe it. It was very, very heavy. This has been sitting for probably 3 weeks now after that initial spray, and it has improved a lot. So it definitely does give that Creed Aventus smell. It's very, very similar. It's not going to be exactly the same, but I would say it's actually pretty close. And the thing about this is that many of these fragrances that are inspired by the Creed Aventus line is that sometimes they may go too heavy on the citrus. Creed Aventus does have a heavy citrus, but it blends into the background. And with some of these fragrances, it immediately hits you and it lingers for a very long time. Club de Nuit, I'm looking at you. But for this one specifically, it does resemble very close to Creed. I would say in the order that I personally would rate some of these would be, I would actually rate more Afnan, which is a twist, Supremacy Not Only Intense, higher. Again, it's its own version. Then you have the Club de Nuit, which is its own inspiration also as well. And then I would probably pick up this between the three, right? Compared to, let me grab it quick. Compared to Supremacy Not Only Intense, smells pretty good. They both smell fair. They both smell fine. But compared to Supremacy Not Only Intense, you can tell that Supremacy is of higher quality, it seems like. Like this Maison Alhambra, a lot of the scents, they're very $20 mark or so. And you can tell with this, you can tell that it's a very inexpensive fragrance. I do think for the money, it's worth it per se, because you can spray a ton of this. I would say it's worth it. In terms of performance, performance is not amazing on it. I would say it's good. There's definitely better ones, but there's also crappier ones. So this is actually, I would say halfway, it's mid. You'll get a couple hours, 4 to 5 out of it. Projection is decent. And the reason it's decent, we're talking like 3 feet here, is because of the strong citrus smell, but then it starts to die down once it dries. The great news with this one is that usually it's $20.
Here. You were swindled, my friend. $20, take it or leave it.
Oh, Homer, be reasonable.
Sorry.
But I have seen it for around $10. So at $10, is this worth it? I would say absolutely yes. If you like the Creed Aventus DNA, it's very similar. I'm going to say 75 to 80% similar. It's very close. And for $10, if you can find it for $10 hairs, you can't beat it. So I would definitely recommend that if you can find it. So what's my final take on it? I think it's a decent fragrance for the price. If you can get it for those $10, it's actually quite a steal. $10 won't buy you anything. Do I think it's exactly Creed Aventus? Not exactly, but it's a good inspiration. And I think it's a good purchase for $10. So if you find this for $10, feel free to buy it. I think you can't go wrong. So appreciate you watching. Peace.